Hello, this is my speech and this is my audience.
Helen Fisher,
Anna Johnson,
Megan Houston,
Hannah Henry,
JP Russell,
Taylor Carpenter,
Carly Mears.
Tip it up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Imagine the faces of those whom you love most. Think about the characteristics that stick out. Maybe the wisps of hair that gently caress their face, perhaps the freckles that show up after a summer of sun-weathered skin, or maybe even the snaggletooth that sticks out just a little bit on the left. Eye contact, however, is the most important characteristic that we remember. Eye contact is the unspoken rule of communication and will affect us on a regular basis, be it intimately, professionally, or emotionally. Today, I will speak specifically on how to improve and also raise awareness for the importance of eye contact. The initial stage of building trust and forming a relationship begins with the glance of an eye. So, I will explain how eye contact is the basis of the first impression, also obtaining a connection with someone, how it is also used to gain or deceive trust, and lastly, how it is used for persuasion in the professional world. There are some simple specifics when it comes to making a first impression or simply obtaining a connection. In 7 Seconds to Make an Impression by Carol Kinsley, keynote speaker on body language and leadership for Forbes magazine, she states, "Looking at someone's eyes transmits energy and indicates interest and openness." End quote. It has also been said by Napoleon Bonaparte that in order to be understood, we must first speak with the eyes. Now, I've had first-hand experience with this when taking on a sales job. The first day in training, they teach us our C factors. C factors standing for S, smile, E, enthusiasm, and E, eye contact. While they explain while smiling is to get warmth from the audience, and enthusiasm is to make so people won't be bored, they highly stress the importance of eye contact and how that first 3 seconds someone will judge whether trusting you or not based on eye contact. Now that we've discussed this, let's discuss how it can gain or deceive trust. Now, some would say trust takes a lifetime to build and a second to lose. Or does it? A writer for Ensign magazine, Michael Lee, states, "You must make eye contact around 70% of the time if you want to convey yourself with sincerity and respect. Avoiding eye contact unconsciously gives the impression of dishonesty, shyness, anxiety, and humiliation." I remember back to junior year of high school in my Latin class. My teacher, Miss Maddox, looked me down and said, "Why won't you look at me?" I simply, caught off guard, innocently, to my dismay, said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Why won't you look me in the eye?" intensely. She then went on to proceed to say that eye contact is her biggest pet peeve. From then on, I dare not look someone in the eye. As quickly as trust can be gained, in a split second, it can also be lost. Lastly, I want to discuss how eye contact sells persuasion. Whether selling yourself in an interview or simply selling cable, eye contact is persuasion at its best. In Wolf's article, Business and Social Etiquette, How to Make Eye Contact, it addresses issues about when and how to make eye contact in business settings. Persuasion, by definition, means to induce or to undertake a course of action or embrace a point of view. Now, I had first-hand experience with this as well when interviewing participants for a job at work. I noticed that the outcome of this highly was impacted by the lack of or presence of eye contact. Those participants who were able to look me in the eyes exuded confidence, easy nature, outgoing, and they seemed very professional, while those who stared at the wall behind me seemed shy and quite reserved. Eye contact will exude confidence in any given situation. Now, I can't promise that you'll land that next interview, but I can promise you won't lose it over something as silly as looking the interviewer in the face. To summarize what we discussed today, we discussed how eye contact is the first and formal first impression that you'll make with anyone. We also discussed how it can make or break trust, gain or deceive someone by looking them in the face. And thirdly, and lastly, we discussed how eye contact is persuasion in the professional world. May it be selling yourself, selling a product, or selling a service. So the next time you see that special someone, or you have that nail-biting interview you need to land, or perhaps you need to make a quick decision whether to trust someone or not, will you think back to today and remember your C factors? Use smiling, eye contact, and enthusiasm. And awkward. I feel like I should read. Oh, we're still filming. Turn it off. Okay, turn it off.